So hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brainax. I know the frequency of my videos has become less and I'll explain why I haven't been uploading videos recently in another video. But today you all have seen the thumbnail and you all have read the title. You know what's going to happen. And I don't love this. This exposing business, this channel is not for that. This channel has far more bigger purposes than just exposing, and especially the creator that we are talking about, FitTuber. Because of him I started drinking with copper bottle, I started reading the ingredients and started living considerably healthy lifestyle. But you have to understand that behind the camera every content creator is a human being and he has his own flaws, biases, and this is a classic case of confirmation bias. Sometimes when the creators are lazy, what they do is they just search the keywords in the research papers and they just give you the 10% of the information. 90% of the truth is left behind, right? And this has happened with FitTuber too. The audience start to blindly follow such creators, and I'll tell you how you become a blind follower. So you watch a video, you feel that this is a well researched video, and now you start to believe in that creator and think that this creator will be researching for every video, right? But sometimes creators get lazy, sometimes they do make some mistake, they don't share all the information, and I don't blame them. It's not their fault. You also have to be a little bit smarter. When the intellectual stuff is criticized by someone, you have to be open-minded enough to see whether that person, the creator that I'm following, is right or wrong, right? You have to keep checking it. That's the way creator is challenged. So here I'll play a podcast clip that I just did a few weeks ago with Dr. Ajay, which had some disturbing facts about FitTuber and the suggestions that he made in his videos, the Ayurvedic medicines that he suggested in his videos.
Yeah, let me just give you an example of Dr. Abby Phillips. He is a hepatologist. So he took all the suggestions that were given by FitTuber in his recent video, like Ayurvedic substitutes for common allopathic medicines that are safe and there are no side effects, right? So he took all those that were given. I in fact have the list here. So almost all are from Baidyanath and one from Unja Ayurvedic Pharmacy. I'm just going to break down what results he has gotten.
Okay, go on.
In fact, has mentioned even the batch number and the cost of how much it costs. So he sent it all to a laboratory to be chemically analyzed. So I'll just give you like the results of a few of these, because trust me, quite surprising. And so first one is Kansudrak Vati by Unja Pharma.
Yeah.
He suggests it's for sore throat, cold and cough. Okay.
Yeah.
In analysis, heavy metals were found: lead 0.54 mg per kg, cadmium, thallium, industrial.
So yeah,
we'll put the link to these tweets.
To the tweets.
There are results of the test, everything in the tweets. You can see the batch number, you can see the serial number of the drugs that were tested.
Yeah.
The first one, the Kansudrak Vati, is all these values are not bad. They are not like harmful, but they're not ideal. You shouldn't be having
these metals.
Heavy metals.
Yeah.
So next one is Rajbati. So it is for bloating and gas. It has mercury 1.2 mg per kg, arsenic 2.25 mg per kg. Both are very harmful, as you know.
Exactly.
Male anabolic hormone, hydroxytestosterone. Why should you have a steroid in a Ayurvedic medicine? I don't know.
Yeah.
It has talcum powder in it, which is not safe for consuming. Okay.
Not good,
so,
guys. Not good.
Bilavadi Churna, it has thallium 3.68 mg per kg. Just 10 mg per kg can cause death. It has 3.6.
Okay. So
yeah, if you take it over the limit,
then
you can die too. This. In fact, this doctor is a hepatologist. He was talking about a lady who took some. I'm not going to mention the company again, but so a lady took a lot of medications from an Ayurveda company and she had liver failure because all these toxins are going to your liver, because your liver is the thing that has to metabolize it.
Yeah.
And all these poisonous metals, everything is going to go and deposit in your liver. And that's going to in fact, like I have had patients who take Ayurvedic medicine and come back with liver issues. Like I'm not making this out of thin air. I have had patients, and these people, like a lot of comments on my video was like, you doctors are afraid that people will start taking these Ayurveda medicines and they won't come to you. I'm not afraid. I'm actually worried for people
who take Ayurvedic medicine.
One more, Shira Shuladiras or something. Okay. For headache. It has like arsenic, thallium, again the same stuff. It has what's called a modern medicine. It has methoxylin, which we use for psoriasis.
Okay.
Why is that in an Ayurveda drug? I don't know. It has an illegal steroid called oxandrolone. It has that. It has 3 other steroids: prednisolone, hydrocortisone, betamethasone. And if you give these steroids, any headache will disappear.
So it's like.
So if you have a problem,
it's like putting
and
a
you take
blanket.
steroid and it goes down really quick, you're gonna think, wow, this worked really fast. I'm gonna take this from now on.
But like again, it's like putting a blanket on that pain, right? It's not doing anything to the pain or inflammation. It will come back again.
Yeah, and you're messing up your hormonal system by taking these steroids. This can actually, cause death if not used properly. Even when we are prescribing steroids, right? We don't give it like straight away. We start them on steroids, and that'll be like we decrease the dose. We call tapering the dose.
Yeah.
Over 1 or 2 months, because you can't just take it and then stop taking it. You can even die. If you start steroid medication, it has to be properly controlled. So these things are not regulated. Like any person can go to their nearest some Ayurveda store and they can buy this, right? These should be regulated. And a few other this thing that had toad poison, bufotalin, like what you use for removing toads, right? In the water.
Okay.
So toad poisons like bufotalin and all that. And he has the sample, the lab test, this thing as well, like how Fituber did it for honey and all that. I think that was a good thing what he did.
That was a very respectable thing what he did.
Yeah, actually he shared it in his community stories and all that. I liked it. It was actually a pretty good thing what he did. And taking on those big companies is a pretty good move, like not many people have the courage to do it. He did that and I appreciate him for that. But
so
he's also doing things like this, which
that's the thing. We love Fituber. We don't hate Fituber, like, but the thing is, the things like the doctor mentioned right now, it can mess up with your biology, right? Prescribing such Ayurvedic medicine and
in this light, I just want to mention another this thing. A lot of people were accusing me of not knowing Ayurveda and you're just blindly, talking against Fituber. First, go and understand Ayurveda. He's right and all that.
Yeah.
There was a serial like a thread of tweets by Dr. Srinidh Nair on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'll find the link and I'll put it down. He is an Ayurveda doctor and he tweeted why advice of Fituber is very dangerous. Like he has taken a lot of example of these medications and he has even this is contraindicated in people who have dyslipidemias, who have heart issues, and this should not be taken. And the fact that Fituber is saying this is safe is a risky thing, because imagine someone who has some issue where you shouldn't take it.
Exactly, yeah.
And he says a lot of these have side effects. We have to know, like I've been always saying, any medicine that has an effect will have a side effect.
So
he says everything has side effects. Yeah, and the doctor, went on to say that people telling people others, people like Fituber telling others that the Ayurveda medicine doesn't have any side effects, that it's completely natural and anyone can take, is the reason why educated people think that Ayurveda is just pseudoscience. And I think more Ayurveda doctors need to give clarity on this so that people can get an understanding on this.
Exactly.
Because like we both agree, like what he did with honey and other, he encouraged people to look into the ingredients of things before buying. That's a really good thing. I in fact do it for all the things that I buy. Not many people were doing. In fact I remember watching one of his videos quite some time back. I didn't know about this. Okay, apparently he was talking about shampoos and one of the ingredients, I think sodium phthalate or something. He gave 2 ingredients. One of the ingredients is bad and another one of the ingredients, if the shampoo has it, it's okay. It's not too bad, something like that. I actually looked into it and what he said was right. He has done some good things, a lot of good things I'd say. But his recent videos have a lot of misinformation, man. I don't know why he is doing this. No, you should be okay with having dislikes. My video about Fituber has 1,500 likes and 4,500 dislikes. Let's just say Fituber has a cult-like following and people blindly following. One of the comments on my video was, I would rather believe Fituber blindly than believe doctors blindly. I don't know what made her say that, but there are people like that, right? So I don't know why they are like that, but there are people like that. So
don't tell me you believe that. Are you just gonna take that? Or will you fucking fight back?